It's Thursday, November something. To some people, it's the day before Black Friday. Me, I can think of a million things I'd rather do than camp out in front of Best Buy today. I think I'm going to smoke a turkey. What do you think? Is that acceptable? No comment? Oh, that was pitiful. This chair always points out. Now I can come out here and turn it around so it faces in, and in 10 minutes it'll be facing out, and guess who will be perched on it? Anyway, to the business at hand. Let's smoke a turkey. It's a little Butterball, just over 10 pounds. Actually, it's close to 11. I washed it and I did a cavity search, and I found some contraband that was hidden inside it. You never know. Now I'm going to stuff it with some onion, some garlic, some celery stalks, and some parsley. Sprinkle some appropriate amount of sea salt into it. Sort of smush it around a little. And now cram it full. However much it'll hold. And a couple of those. Another one of those. Another one of those. Some of the garlic. Get over here. Some of the wad of parsley. A wad, by the way, is a small version of a bunch. Just in case anyone asks. It's getting kind of full. Come on, one more piece. Take one for the team. We place the beast on a jury-rigged rack in a jury-rigged pan. Stuff the stuffing back in. Maybe I should get the staple gun out. Now I'll rub it down with just a smidge of olive oil. Just to coat the surface. Back in there. A little under the arms. Now a healthy ground of salt all over. Turkeys need a lot of salt. I've mixed together a cup of turkey stock from the last turkey with a half a stick of butter, not margarine, real butter. I'm adding an arbitrary squirt of Worcestershire. And a healthy dose of Tabasco. Smells good already. Mix that around. And now, taking my mighty hypodemic nurdle, I'm going to inject some of this into the bird. Alright, get in there. Just keep poking it until you're tired of playing with it. No, Rocky, you can't have any. Don't sit down there and look pitiful. Okay. Now I'll use the rest of it later as a baste. Now I'll get this thing put together. Stick its little legs in the clever flap that Butterball so conveniently provides. Of course, it takes 3 people to do this. Okay. Now we're at the little lifting thing. Up and around. And maybe use this one to hold the wings in place, so I don't have to tie them up. I think it's working. Cool. Now go start the fire. Now when it's nice and toasty warm in there, turn the heat down so as not to incinerate yourself. I throw in a few healthy chunks of hickory, keeping in mind that this is going to be going for a while. I think maybe that'll do it. Oh, lots of smoke because it's lots of bird. Get down there. I'll get the flame back up. Give it a little time for that wood to catch. And it'll be time to put the bird in. I smell smoke, so it must be ready. Slide this little beast in there. And then slide it back out and turn the rack around because I already knew that it was too long to go in that direction. Thing is how I'm right on top of things. Get back in the middle. Play nice. Alrighty. Now stick in the temperature probe. It up, bring the heat up, and I'm shooting for a temperature of 300. And when it gets there, we go do something else for about 5 or 6 hours. There's the probe. There's a bunch of nice smoke coming out. And there's the current temperature. So far so good. And the air temperature is not so bad either. Now after an hour or so, Big Bird is starting to look like this. Getting some nice smoke. And I'm going to baste it a little. Just spooning some of this stuff over it. It's all going to go into the gravy anyway. Put a little into the onions. And we'll leave it alone for another hour or so. 2 hours into it. Temperature has been holding pretty stable. So far so good. And it's time to baste it again. Bird is looking pretty decent. Hasn't gone up in flames yet anyhow. Okay, I know. Stop playing with it. Leave me alone. I'm having fun. Okay. Leave it for another hour. Blackie. What are you doing? And now a word to the wise. I came out here at about the 4-hour mark to give it a checkup, and the temperature is suddenly down to 200 degrees. And I look inside, and there's no fire. I'm out of gas. Never do anything like this without a spare cylinder. I'll have them swapped in about a minute and be fired back up again. Make a note. And the dead soldier can go back to Home Depot tomorrow for an exchange. Meanwhile, temperature is on its way back up again. Now, as I'm heading into what I'm hoping is going to be the final hour, over yonder I have those giblets all boiled up and cut up and ready for the giblet gravy. Yes, I'm cheating. I've got Hyla Johnson's twice-baked sweet potatoes ready to go in for their second bake. She used slivered almonds. I only had whole almonds, so I shoved them in the Ninja and broke them up. Whatever. And I have some assorted veggies ready for just a simple veggie stir fry. Getting the roux going for the gravy. Forget manual labor. Approaching the 6th hour, temperature still holding. Bird is looking killer. Question is, what are some temperatures? Boob is just shy of 180. Looks good. Drumstick is definitely cooked. Thigh is right where it should be. Checking the bottom of the thigh, a little shy of 170. I think this thing is almost ready to declare done. Gravy is ready, with no intervention from me. Spot checks in the kitchen verify the beast is done. There are some nice smoky juices down there that I think are going to have to go in the gravy. Well, it's finally time to cut into this beast and see what's inside it. Let go of there. Too many parts in the way. Juice is just literally flowing out of it. It sure looks done. Alright, I'll take it this way then. Skin is downright crispy. Come to Papa. Looks like turkey. Oh dear. This is absolutely heavenly. In fact, I would have to do it again. Lord. Nice and smoky. Tender, just literally dripping with juice. I'm impressed. I think it's time to quit playing with it and plate something up. Well, I call it a success. The meat literally falls apart, loaded with smoky flavor. I could have probably cooked it a half hour or less. Nonetheless, the dressing, of course, is basically just another excuse for a place to put gravy. And it works well. Hyla's twice-baked sweet potatoes after the first bite are incredible. Give those a try one of these days. And of course we have the token veggies. And booze. If you'll excuse me, happy Thanksgiving. Oh, and yeah, one thing I'm thankful for today is a dishwasher.